I'm Nige from Articology, and I'm going to talk to you a bit about vertipools and what they do. If you've heard of vertipools, you might think that it's a bit obvious what they do. Certainly, I would have talked about them in terms of having a primary use not very long ago, but actually I've kind of changed that language now to explain better what vertipools do. So let's have a look at it and see. So the first thing to talk about with vertipools, I suppose, would be the most obvious use, and that is to support wildlife. And this is generally what everybody thinks of when they think of a vertipool, if they've heard of it, and that's absolutely right. These are designed to be colonised by wildlife. The next, perhaps slightly less obvious use is to create biodiversity net gain, and of course if you know what that is, then you'll know that that's more a policy issue. It actually kind of means the same thing as the first part, to create wildlife uplift so that the ecology of a place is better after we've been there than it was before. An even less obvious function of a vertipool, but no less important, is the community engagement aspect. Articology has over 20 years experience of connecting to communities and stakeholders through real projects that link to, in this case, vertipools. Now you might say that a not very obvious at all function of vertipools is that actually it's a really good thing to do. So you can really class that as exemplary governance. If you are working with ESG, environmental social governance, as a company or an organisation, then you'll know that that's becoming increasingly important. And because vertipools have this amazing built-in community engagement, net gain, and of course wildlife uplift, this really is a fantastic way to do the right thing. So there you go, there's a quick look at vertipools and the things that they do. There is actually another aspect that I didn't put on the graphic there, just simply because we haven't got the data yet, but there's anecdotal evidence anyway that when you put an array of vertipools on a sea wall, there may be some positive effects with things like the sort of hydrodynamic world, certainly things like overtopping, and also the way sediment moves around, so longshore drift and stuff like that. We've got work to do on that, so I didn't put it in, but there's, as I say, there's anecdotal evidence that there's positive effects on those things too. Anyway, so there we go. That's the world of vertipools for you. I hope you're a bit more informed than you were at the beginning of this little video.